Pano the Train. Every morning Pano stoked himself with coal and filled his boiler with water. Every morning Pano counted the cars that he pulled, from the coal car to the red caboose. Then, every morning, he blew his whistle, toot toot, rang his bell, ding ding, and slowly chug chug out of the mountain village. One morning, as Pano chug chugged past the village meadow, something very strange happened. The goats and sheep in the village meadow didn't baw good morning. Instead, all the goats and sheep turned their heads to look at Pano, and in very loud voices they bawed, "You've lost! You've lost!" Pano blew his whistle, toot toot, at their bawing, and thought, "I've lost what? A race?" He didn't want to lose a race that morning, so he chug-chugged even harder. Pano blew his whistle, toot toot, at all the chickens and ducks in their yard. The chickens and ducks jumped and fluttered. They loudly clucked and quacked at Pano. "You've lost! You've lost!" He rang his bell, ding ding, at the silly chickens and ducks, and he chug-chugged even faster. Down the mountain Pano rolled. Near the tracks some pigs snoozed in the warm mud. Pano rang his bell, ding ding, at the snoozing muddy pigs. His bell woke the pigs. The pigs raised their snouts from the warm mud and grunted at him, "You've lost! You've lost!" Pano didn't ring his bell. He didn't even blow his whistle. He just chug-chugged as hard and as fast as he could. In the valley, puffing and panting, Pano chug-chugged along near the sea. The fishermen were throwing their nets into the water. Pano rang his bell, ding ding, and blew his whistle, toot toot, at the fishermen. But the fishermen only shook their nets into the water and called, "You've lost! You've lost!" Finally, the weary engine chug-chugged around the long bend to the village in the valley. He thought puzzled, unhappy thoughts. The sheep and the goats, the chickens and the ducks, the pigs and all the fishermen say I lost. Who was racing with me? Pano looked far down the tracks, trying to see the winner of the race. There was only a red caboose in front of the station. And then, as he came closer to the station, he saw what the sheep and the goats in the meadow had seen. He saw what the clucking, quacking chickens and ducks had seen. He saw what the snoozing pigs in the warm mud had seen. He saw what the fishermen with their nets had seen. He hadn't been in a race at all. What he had lost was his own beautiful red caboose. The goats and the sheep, the chickens and the ducks, the pigs and the fishermen had been saying, "You've lost! You've lost your red caboose!" Pano gave a long, tired whistle, toot toot, toot toot. He slowly chug-chugged to the station in the valley. And there, in front of the station, sat Pano's beautiful red caboose. It had rolled down the other side of the mountain. Pano hadn't lost either a race or a caboose, but Pano had learned to listen.